Hello everyone and welcome back to Java Forever course. Currently we are learning data structure, and within data structure we are learning arrays. In the last class we understood what an array is, why do we need it, how does the memory in array is managed, how do we get a particular entry in the array. In today's class, we will dig a little deeper into it and we will understand various methods, various ways to declare or create an array, various ways to modify a value inside the array and all of that. So let's begin. First, a quick recap of what we learned in the last class. In the last class, we saw that an array is nothing but a group of data elements that stick together. We also learned that the values inside and the data type of each element has to be same. If you create an array of a string, then everything has to be in a string. If you create a number, everything has to be a number. For example, let's say group of student, the list of marks of students in a classroom, and you can see the list. There are there are grades. We have A, and you have another, somebody has got another A, somebody got B, somebody got C, and somebody got B plus, somebody got A plus. And all of this is let's say a string. We can say that this could refer this as grade of grade 1. Actually I would do other way around. I would say, let's say we say string grade 1 equal to double quote A. Let's say this is one of the student. I'll say second student is string grade 2 equal to double quote another A, and so on. Rather than declaring 6 variables like grade up to grade 6, we can simply define one variable called grades as an array. In some programming language, you also call this as a list. It's easy to remember or understand when you think as a list or when you think like a group. So in a grade, we also learned in the last class that in order to find a value, in order to refer this one, you always go by the index of this grade. So index is nothing but position number, and it starts with position number 0. Think of it, 6 student is sitting in a classroom. The first chair is chair number 0. So the first position is nothing but A right now, which is index 0. Even though I'm using the word 0, when you refer in Java, you always say 0th index. In regular English, you can use the word first position, second position, third position. But when you use Java terminology, you want to say 0th index, first index, second index, third, fourth, and fifth index. Index is nothing but position number. Now, in order to now we understand what it is. You can also think it as a group of you can think of as a one row in a table, right? When you draw a table, you can think of a list as an row of, let me change this color here to show you. You can refer this as row of just one row with 3 elements, or you can think this as a column with 3 elements. You can think this way, or you can go horizontal. It's up to you. You can see that I have defined here a group of elements. Either you can consider this as a row this way, or you can think of list of edges as a column. That doesn't matter. The whole concept of indexing remains same. The first element is 0 and so on. Now that we understand what array is and how to visualize an array as a list, let's look into how to create an array. Assuming that you have a set of, or a group, or a collection of numbers. I'm using the word interchangeably in English. However, in Java or any other programming language, they may have a different name or different purpose for all of these individual words like set, group, collection, list, array. But at a high level, all of these are more or less same. They may have, as I said, from a Java angle, it could have a different definition. It all could be different, but as an English word, it's nothing but a group of elements. Now, in order to create an array in Java, all we have to do is to define it like this. We say string, and I'm declaring a string data type right now. I'm saying a group of a string. So you say string. Usually you say string x equal to, and let's say Java. If I am using an array of a string, I will say string and put in square bracket like this next to each other. And then we create a variable name x. This means actually I'm creating a group called x in which all the data elements are string. Now, if you already know the elements if you already know the members of the group like 12, 25, 9 and 11, or if I know name of the cities like Delhi, New York, London, Tokyo, I already know the name. You want to use this approach where you want to say string square bracket name or variable name cities equal to, and then in the curly braces you say all the individual elements separated by commas here. And since everything is in a string, each individual value is under double quotes. So let's say I want to create an empty list or empty array. How do I do? All simply I have to do is put curly braces like this. There is no entry in this one. This array is empty. But if I have values inside, then I'm going to add values. As I said, you want to say string, again square bracket goes next to the data type, and then you say, let's say cities equal to, and then I'll say parenthesis, this is empty one. Now if I want to put a value, I will say first value is Java, and this has only one value. Doesn't make sense? You can do that. Let's say I want to put comma and then put another one. Since everything is a string, let's say I want to put Python. I want to do one more. I want to say C++. All these are list of programming languages. And of course, then in this case, I will not name the variable as cities. I will say langs. The string langs equal to, and this is programming languages. This is the one way, and the preferred way when you already know the name of the individual entries in the array. Now there is another way. If you do not know the values, but you want to create and reserve a space. It's like, you are going to a marriage, you don't know who will live in that room, but you are going to reserve 4 rooms. In that case, the Java supports another method or style in which we give the sorry, one second. And in this case, you are going to actually say that same thing, string cities, and in this case you say new string and then square bracket, and you give the number of entries or number of rooms you want to reserve. This means it will reserve 4 rooms. So the data type, suppose I want to create a list of numbers for all of my 8 papers. I will say int bracket and say marks equal to new, and again my data type int, and you use the new keyword to create a new memory space, new block in the memory, and you want to say here you want to give number of pieces. Let's say I say 8. This 8 is what makes Java or processor reserve or memory reserves 8 rooms in the hotel in one block in which all rooms are of same size because everything is an integer. Once you create it, then you can go ahead and update the values of each room. Java arrays are mutable. What does the term mutable means? That means you can update the value of the individual elements. So in order to access the first room, you have to use the name of the variable with the index. So to use it, you say marks and you will say index 0. This is for the first room, or the first value. Or you say marks with 1. This is for the, if out of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more here, 7 and 8. Oh, my bad, actually. 6 and 7. The reason is you start with 0, so this means you already reached 8. The last index will always be the count of entries in the array minus 1, because you are starting with 0. So this is how I will identify this first room. This room is my 0th element. So if I want to set the value of this element, I can say cities 0 equal to Delhi. And remember, since cities is a string, I must put that value in a double quotes. Similarly, first value I can update using another value called New York. If I want to use it, what is my first value? All I have to do is simply use, suppose if I say string x equal to, and I say cities, and I say 0th element, this will return me the first value, which is Delhi. The x will be actually Delhi, because now you can see right side when I put it, I am reading the value. Left side when I put it, I am writing the value. Okay, hope this makes sense. Now you can also see that I don't have to always use an absolute number for an index. Index can be a variable also. For example, we can say, let's say k as an index, integer k, and I can say cities of k equal to Delhi. Now based on the current value of k, the current value of k is 0. I can say this will actually become cities of 0 equal to Delhi. Yeah, I'm setting the value Delhi to the first or 0th index in the list or array called cities. Now k, this value integer, that has to be an integer, and when you say k can be 0, k can be whatever is the k plus 1, or I can say k plus 2. As long as this returns a number, and that number is a valid position number in the array, we should be good. With that, thank you very much. I know it's a little bit longer class, but go ahead and practice the quiz. Very important concept. The quiz, the array is a very important concept in Java. You will be using a lot because many times you are dealing with same data, a group of data elements. So it is important that you feel very comfortable in this concept. And once you understand one-dimensional array, learning two-dimensional array is super easy. I'll see you guys again in the next class. Thank you very much for watching my video. Definitely go ahead and practice, and I'll see you again.
Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.